I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beem doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Par putt coming up here. Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yes, par 5 is pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Good option. Take your medicine and try and get it up and down from there. The second hole at TPC Louisiana sets up the first of numerous birdie opportunities.
Third shot into this par 5 to a green that sits above the player, but watch out, missing either right or long, you're in terrible shape. Accuracy with your third is a must.
And from the greenside rough here. He has this putt to save his par.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
But that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. Moments like that deserve another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
That's just inside the range.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but it didn't.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest, However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And, everybody else was just kind of sitting there and all going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Oh, he's caught up in some branches there. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era? Just how dominant he was.
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Sitting at +1. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
4 right.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Such soft hands.
Okay, let's head to the next. Currently at +1 for the day. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn. Well, that's a handy shot. Now just one over par. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Ooh, that almost went down. Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot if you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. You're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
Opting for the 9-iron. That's heading to the bunker for sure. Oh dear, that's on the beach. Oh, almost went in. Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact.
This is what they have left for a par.
Go on, get in the hole. That gets the job done. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing.
Oh, that's stealing one. A birdie against the runner play.
This tour player is just streets ahead now.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Trying to save par here.
That's disappointing.
That will drive you bats.
Well, Rich, as we make the turn to the back 9, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go, some good opportunities on the back 9 to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
It's not on the fairway, but it's not bad. It's a good lie in the first cut. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Here's Tiger Woods. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. This putt is of 9 feet. Looking good. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're threading it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Fairway bunker shots aren't the easiest, but you made that look pretty straightforward. Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
No, that's not the shot they wanted. And he's down there.
He's got the big 200 all the way back to this pin.
Opting for the 5-iron. Smart shot, always back into the fairway as a safe play. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Let's return to live play now. Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the pace. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. This putt to try and save their par.
Oh, that's a nice line. That gets the job done. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
That's a good-looking shot there. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
It needed to put some draw on that one, but just couldn't get it dialed in.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And a par putt awaits him.
The short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, nice line. Solid par putt, that. Currently at +1 for the tournament.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, if he holds this, it will be a solid 19-footer.
If that's the right pace, this should drop. Oh, that's good grit there.
And to be fair, getting it up and down out of the bunker, albeit that was a pretty simple, straightforward bunker shot.
Well, a chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Ooh, well done. Got a lot of that. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for a par here. Ooh. Putting now for a bogey. And as the putt drops, 2 over, heading down the stretch. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently in 3rd place.
Ouch, that hurts. That'll sting a bit. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff. Playing from 110 yards out.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Left yourself an opportunity. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently in 4th place.
And back to the course with the live action. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That is hunting for the hole. And the rivalry seems to be inspiring this player to make some great putts. That will bring them closer together on the leaderboard. Why not take another look at that effort?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Trailing by 7 after that hole. If you ought to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
This would be a great up and down. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And there it is. Sitting at 1 over for the day. The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 will be very tempting.
Let's see how this shot goes from the fairway bunker. Oh, good shot. Got a fair piece of that ball. And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Time now for the 4th shot. This is their 5th shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt is about 8 feet.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
A round now in the books. Good luck next time. And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be able to follow the action out there today, Luke.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Providence Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, last time they played, Tiger came out on top, so I expect this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, no matter who wins this week.
Well, Henny, I'm a little jumpy in my seat, and I can already see the man beside me sniggering. Rich Beem knows he's taken down Tiger once in his life, but I think it was only once.
Luke, please, please, please don't get Rich out of his box. Once we do that, we can't put him back in. Although, I will give him that he's done it. He's shown that Tiger can be beaten, but come on. Can it be done today? It's Tiger Woods.
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. Just about 8 feet left to the hole.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
That's well holed.
Yeah, but if you look how they played the hole, it was disastrous. Lucky to walk away with a bogey.
Here we are at the second tee. Tee shot is looking good here. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out. Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Oh, how about that one?
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
Getting ready to play their third. How close was that to going down? Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
This one's tracking. Oh, that's a clutch par. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Let's head to this lengthy par 4. This shot from around 210 yards. That got a little out of control, I think.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Putting for par. Currently at +1 for the day. Here we are in front of a par 3. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Should find the green here. And this is a 20-footer. Ooh, right by the hole. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. There it is. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. That's tidy. And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
Yeah, I can understand you'd be disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. And back to the play, shall we? This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Teeing off here at the 7th. Playing from around 230 yards. 5 shots off the lead. Going with the 5-wood. And that one's headed to the drink. And here we are with their 4th. 5 strokes behind our leader. Opting for the 5-wood.
They've decided to club up.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Let's take a look at Justin Thomas from earlier. Okay, time to return to the action. And he needs this to save par. Okay, steady now. And he's down there. You got to read.
This one will run uphill. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. You've arrived at a par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Rich, we saw it right throughout Tiger Woods' career, just epic shot after epic shot. What was the best shot you ever saw Tiger hit?
We were playing in 2002 in the Grand Slam of golf over in Hawaii. Justin Leonard, Davis Love, Tiger, and myself. And we, on the second day, wind's blowing at a pretty good clip on the par 5. I think it was number 7. And you had to bust 2 shots to get there. Nobody, I mean, it was nearly impossible. And in fact, it was impossible with 3 out of the 4 of us to get it home in 2. Well, Tiger gets up there on this par 5 the second day, and he's already leading by like 800, I think. And he drills one right down the middle. I lay up with a 3-wood. That's how hard it's blowing. I lay up with a 3-wood to about 70, 80 yards. And this little green's a little peninsula. It kind of goes from left to right, a little bit of a fade if you're a right-handed player, with water on the front part of the green, and the pin's over in the back right. And he gets up there and smokes driver off the deck into about a 25-mile-an-hour wind to about 6 feet away. And I look over at my caddy and I go, is this for real? I mean, are you sure that we're not in a video game right now? Because that's just not possible. I mean, it literally, the second shot off the deck with the driver was hit about forehead high and traveled about 270 into the wind. And the ball just kind of hung there, seemingly just about 20 feet off the ground, just hung there. And kept hanging, kept hanging, kept hanging, and fell right exactly where he wanted it to. It was unbelievable. And at that moment in time, you kind of sit there and look at yourself on the inside and you go, whew, I don't have that shot, and I don't even know how to make up for a shot like that I don't have. You just knew that you're just kind of sitting there watching something that nobody else in the game can do. It's phenomenal.
And this one is for his par. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The back 9 at Quail Hollow presents all sorts of challenges, Rich, and it opens up with a generous offering here at the 10th.
The bunker down the left-hand side is only carried with the longest of tee shots. Leave it a little bit out to right. You're going to have some tree trouble on your second shot. That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 10th hole. And here we are with the third shot. Ooh, that almost went down. Your 9-foot chance here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Not a bad line, this. And down it goes. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here. That's some good golf right there. Taking aim from about 170 yards. 5 shots off the pace. Going with the 7.
They've chosen to...
And he's holed it. What a shot. And he'll move into the top 10. Well, that's certainly worth another look.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
Well, there's action aplenty all over the course. Let's have a look at this highlight from another player. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, there's some real momentum with this player, coming off an eagle at the last. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Oh, this might trigger a temper tantrum. This is not sitting nicely.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Getting ready to play their third. 4 shots behind our leader. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, so close. And this one is for bogey. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3. Going with the hybrid. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
And in it goes for the par. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Well, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think...
Oh, my. How about that for a par?
Tough bunker shot, no bother whatsoever for this player. They find the bottom of the cup.
Well, when you stand on the tee here at the 14th at Quail Hollow Club, Rich, you're given two choices. Do you lay up or go for it?
It begs you to take out the big stick and go for it. However, most days the proper play is take an iron out and lay it up down the right-hand side, opening up the green for the second shot. This is how you do it 7 days a week.
Well, that's high quality. I'm sure they're aiming for it, but for it to go in, that's awesome. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Wonderfully played. An opportunity for a birdie here. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will take him to 1 under. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. And after a birdie at the last, they'll take the honour on the hole. You like that, didn't you? There was a big impact for a lot of players playing alongside Tiger Woods. They almost got sort of, spooked by the occasion. Why was that?
More than anything else, it's the fact that they're playing in front of more people than they ever had in their life before. And this rings true for, I think, every single player out there, whether it was Ernie Els, Vijay Singh, anybody from that era. You had more eyeballs on you at that moment than anybody else because Tiger carried the biggest crowds every single tournament. And so sometimes it would be uncomfortable, even for the most accomplished players out there. Some of them will tell you, no, it wasn't a big deal, but I can promise you it got their attention, and it probably helped them in a certain sense because when you played in front of that many people, Luke, you wanted to focus. You wanted to put your best foot forward because there is no worse feeling in the world than going out and laying an egg in front of 30,000 people. I can promise you that. That's why I enjoyed playing with him, because when you went out there, you knew you had to play well. You didn't want to embarrass yourself in front of all those people.
As you find your way to the 16th hole at Quail Hollow Club, you're reminded that you're entering the Green Mile.
Again, only the long players can carry the bunker down the right-hand side. Hit it out to the left, avoid that bunker, and give yourself the best opportunity to find the green in 2.
Sitting at -1, currently tied for 10th place. That takes great skill. Lovely shot out of the sand. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? It's just about 3 feet away.
This is their look at birdie.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 2 under. Finds himself in a share of 7th. You've got to hit a number of big shots here at Quail Hollow Club, and none bigger than the tee shot at the par 3 17th.
Luke, time to step up and make the best swing of the day on this challenging par 3 17th. Find the center of the green, and you're a happy player.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. Solid little par putt here.
This one looking really good.
Well, that'll help you move up the leaderboard. Okay, as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. Well, if you think you've passed the worst of it after playing the 17th at Quail Hollow Club, think again. Welcome to the last.
Yes, water going all the way down the left-hand side of this fairway. That bunker on the right has crippled many a player. Find the fairway and give yourself an opportunity to find the green in two.
Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Oh, just missed that one. Just a short putt remaining here. And that'll be all she wrote. And as this event comes to a close, it'll be a top 10 finish for this player.
Top 10s are always good, Luke. It gives you some confidence going into the next tournament.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beem, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports.